All right, welcome everybody to the Thursday night evening call. It is August 7th, Pacific Standard Time. So wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. In the chat box, can you guys give me a shout out? Let me know where you're coming from. I'll give you guys a shout out. Let me know your city. We're really excited. Brazil, Samba, let's go. We got Brazil in the house. What else we got? We got Malaysia, we got Singapore, Mexico City, Viva Mexico, Seattle, Toronto. Irvine, California, Utah, Philippines, Cebu, Albany, New York, Philly. Yep. Keep it coming. New Mexico. We got Costa Mesa, California. We got people all over the world. Well, anyways, I want to thank everybody for jumping on the call. Welcome, everybody. Just so we're not strangers, my name is Christopher Kim. I am a national director here in North America, here in the USA with Remon. I've been here for about 2 years, but I've been in the industry close to 18 years. And prior to this industry, some of you may know my story. Some of you that were meeting for the first time, I actually used to be a K-pop singer 25 years ago. Yeah, you heard that right. It was about 25 years ago. But I had a lot of success. But remember, fame and fortune are two different things. One might experience fame, but you might not experience fortune. And 2007 of August, good fortune came my way. I got introduced to this industry, like a meeting like this, and I remember I was told for the first time, your mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. So while you guys are here on the call, I strongly recommend just be open-minded, take a look at what we're doing, and maybe we'll have some fun tonight. So with that said, I'm going to jump right into our presentation. Um, and I'm going to be sharing with you really what it is that actually changed my life and really what it's all about and what the hype is all about. So today I get to introduce to you our company, Remon. So the name Remon is actually a Latin word and it means rebirth, second chance at life, a gift from God. It has multiple meanings, but this product in particular literally gives you a rebirth, right? A chance at a second image, change your face, change your finances. So with that said, I'm going to dive into this. I'll make this very clean and smooth. But introducing our company, Remon. Remon is a South Korean company that got established in 2018, roughly 7 years ago. Up until now, we've done over 2.5 billion plus in revenue. That is a staggering number. And we are rated as the number one K beauty brand. So a lot of times people ask me, Chris, what makes Inselderm Remon's product the number one K beauty brand? So people that are kind of curious about K beauty, what that means is Korean beauty products, right? Whether it's Korean skincare, Korean makeup, any line of Korean beauty products is in its own category known as K beauty. So how are we number one? Well, the Korean government actually gave two awards to Remon. The first number one rated K beauty award was the most units of volume amount of products sold, meaning today it is still the most bought, purchased, sought after K beauty product in the market. And the second number one award we got was it is the most exported K beauty brand of all time in South Korea. So we're in 2025. In 2024, we actually received our third year in a row for being the number one K beauty brand. So those of you that had some curiosity, this is where we're number one at. This is our lane. This is our niche. We are a big contender in South Korea. So in South Korea, you got to keep in mind that there's 50 million people as a total population in South Korea, and they sold 40 million bottles. That is a 95% capture rate. This kind of stuff doesn't happen because of star marketing or just because something went viral. There is a compelling story to a compelling product that has a unique function that actually fixes your skin, makes your skin look beautiful. And we're going to dive into that a little later. So in 2023, we officially opened North America. At the end of 2023, we launched Taiwan. Moving into the summer of 2024, we opened Hong Kong and Mexico, Malaysia, and now we are at the opening of the Philippines. Now, when you want to take a look at why we opened strategically these particular markets in this way or fashion or form, what Remon actually did is they did a study on what countries have the biggest K beauty imports. So they decided to work in their strengths, where the market's strong, and those are the countries that's coming along. And hopefully we will be opening more countries as the new year follows through. So during this time, I get to introduce to you really meeting our brands, and it's kind of broken up into three categories. The first is, as the world-renowned ICD Korean skincare, and then we have the body line known as Boda Lab, and then the third is called Lifening, which is our nutrition line, which is supposed to make you beautiful, healthy from the inside out. That is our ICD Boda Lab Lifening Remon concept. Now, when it comes to our world-renowned K-beauty skincare, there's really three major pillars that make us the number one product. The first one, I'm pretty sure a lot of you heard over the years through trending or something going viral, but it's called plant-based K-beauty. And when it comes to plant-based K-beauty, this is the standard. This is the gold standard. This is what started the trend, setting the tone all the way from Korea worldwide. And in our product, this particular plant, it's known to be called giant byungpul, but there is a different strain that is kind of like a sister strain, and it's just known as Byungpool. And it has this nickname like tiger grass. It has multiple names like Centella asiatica, pennywort, madeca. It's all known all over the Asia and Africa region. But this plant particularly has that nickname tiger grass because many, many years ago, about 40 years ago, Western researchers, when they first found this plant, they saw that tigers, when they would fight, they would specifically roam around looking for this particular plant. They would lay in it, sleep in it, roam around in it, and within days they would be healed. Okay. Now, um, to move forward onto the second pillar, it's something known as lava energy water. I know it sounds like a fancy scientific word, but it is by far not a made-up word, but it's a real source of energy water. And there's only literally four places in the world where you can get this water, and it's in Spain, Hawaii, Japan, and Korea. And it's pretty much ocean water trapped and locked in the mineralized bedrock of a volcanic land mass or at the base of a mountain of a volcano. And what this does is it mineralizes and makes this water crystal clear and pristine. And we were able to really find out about this less than 20 years ago. And when the Korean government found out about it, the United Nations came and made it a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and they gave out very few contracts to exclusively use this water. And what Remon did is we got an exclusive contract to use this water because why? The most important content in skincare by far is the water content. Most companies use dead distilled water, which is sterile. Pretty much it's just sitting there on top of your face doing nothing. But this is a hydrating mineralized water given to you by Mother Nature herself. And what we did is we took this water and we watered our Byungpool plant, and in 45 days, a plant the size of a quarter grew to the size of my hand. So what we initially ended up doing is we created our own species of a brand new plant strain, and we were able to get a 20-year exclusive patent on this plant. So only we can use the Jeju lava energy water, and only we can exclusively use the giant Byungpool. Now, the third pillar, it's a big word. It's kind of a big word for the new people here. It's called nano liposomal technology. When I first heard it, I didn't really know what it was, but to break it down in easy terms, what this literally means is a certain type of a way to penetrate. So it uses nanotechnology, but pretty much there's a machine that makes this possible, and it's called a microfluidizer, and it makes medicinal creams such as steroid cream, numbing cream, histamine cream, anything that touches the skin. It's going to penetrate the skin and become a delivery system and go deep into your skin. Hence the name Inselderm. Our product name is called Inselderm. It literally means penetration because what it means is into the cellular level of your dermis. Now, when you do this, this is a very, very expensive process. It's very expensive to do because if you do it too strong, it's going to go past the dermis barrier. If you don't do it strong enough, it's not going to make it all the way through. And that's where the magic is, and that's really where the technology is. And most companies cannot copy or replicate this because of the cost. Now, remember, Remon spent 4 years formulating this world-class skincare before they sold one single bottle. Now, these three pillars are the reason why this K-beauty brand in particular became a household name and is going global, and it is shining and going parabolic in sales. Okay. So with that said, I want to kind of introduce you really the heritage of Remon campus on Jeju Island. All of our hero ingredients come from the island of Jeju. And what our company did is they built a manufacturing plant, a smart farm, and their own laboratory on Jeju Island where the actual Jeju Lava Energy Water sits. So they built their Remont campus around this, and when you go there, you're going to be able to see really how everything is done. So what this literally means is from seed to the finished bottle, from seed to bottle, we own it all. We own the quality, we own the formulation, we own the patent to the strain of the plant, we own the water rights, we own the bottling company. So this is how we're able to do it because we own every intellectual property. We do quality over quantity. So as you can see, we have our own solar power station for clean energy. We have our indoor Remont Smart Farm, and on Remont campus, this is where the Lava Water Center is, the Byungpool Lab is, the Ask Base is actually the manufacturing facility, and we have an additional wind power station that powers everything naturally. So this is actually a green movement. And this is really what the Remont Smart Farm looks like. For those of you that are director and higher, hit a certain benchmark of sales, you will be invited here and you'll be able to really experience what Jeju Island is all about. And what Remont actually did is they bought a plot of land and they built a 9 villa resort, and they actually purchased more land, and they're building a bigger facility to be a resort. And you actually get to experience everything about Jeju Island, from the Byungpool plant to the lava water. As you can see down here on the bottom, there is a Jeju lava water, energy lava water spa on the premises, and they give you the Byungpool extract, get to dip your body. Be there or be square. Make sure you guys get there. It is a life-changing experience. So without further ado, I'm going to kind of show you some of our marketing videos. This is actually one of our new 2.0 redesigned uh, uh, product that's actually coming to you this year.
Jeju Island, the birthplace of Inselderm, where nature and tradition inspire transformation. Made different, elevated to its full potential. The world's first and only smart farm for Byungpool, introducing the first of its kind, Giant Byungpool. Infused with Jeju Lava Energy Water, a powerhouse of intense hydration and radiant vitality. Experience the legendary glow and lifting effect of K-Beauty. Experience the difference, a difference you'll love. The all-new Inselderm, Remont.
Man, I actually love their marketing. Their marketing is top-notch, world-class, because what they do with marketing is a representation of who we are and what we represent and how we look in the marketplace. So without further ado, I get to introduce to you the all-new ICD skincare. What makes this skincare really, really special and powerful is because of the microfluidization, right? And we have two lines of skincare. One is the EX line, the Incellular Dermatology ICD, and then we have something called the Radiance 100. But pretty much the difference is the Incel Derm is a water-based skincare, and the Radiance 100 is an oil-based that helps with more penetration in moisturizing. So what makes this product really amazing is this is a German Dermatest certified product, meaning this is the gold standard with cleanness. Now remember, because this penetrates your skin, we will only use safe efficacy ingredients. So, anybody can use it. Children, teens, tweens, young and old, everybody can use it. Take advantage. It's a great product. And as you know, we came out to you with the world-renowned Paula Shear, the designer that works for LVMH, Christian Louboutin. She's done many, many things with Coca-Cola, Shake Shack, Google, Samsung, Microsoft, all the big legacy companies. We wanted to globalize and localize our brand. And so what we did is that we gave a new spin and a new global look with our new launched ICD makeup. There's going to be more products coming soon to follow. This is actually really exciting. Make sure you guys take advantage of the all new ICD makeup. Now, another thing I want to share with you is our Boda Lab. Our Boda Lab body care is amazing. This is Beauty by Veganology. So this is one set higher than vegan certification. We are a V-line certified, meaning it's much cleaner than a vegan certified. So what this really does is this helps promote natural hair growth. It makes your hair thicker. It makes your hair look really, really beautiful with volume. What we found out is a lot of the times balding happens through poor scalp care. And what this has is something called Deserticola, and it literally dissolves the sebum plugs stuck in your scalp that helps pave the way for new hair growth, makes your hair grow really, really thick and nice. Now, moving on to our body care, we like to call this Swamel body care. Swamel is actually a unique ingredient used in our body care. It's actually used for oil spills in the ocean to take the bad oils out while preserving wildlife and preserving the habitat. So what that really means is when we're using certain soaps, not only are we taking the bad and the dirty grease off our body, we're actually stripping all the good stuff too. So what our body care does is it takes all the bad gunk and oil off your body, but it leaves the natural microbiome that helps protect your skin. So make sure you guys take advantage of this. It's a really cool product. Moving on to our nutrition line. This is an amazing product. As you know, you need to have a healthy gut. If you don't have a healthy gut, you're probably going to have chronic illnesses and you're not going to have a great looking skin. If you want to have great looking skin, especially along the jawline, you got to have a healthy gut. And what this does is it actually detoxes your small intestine. These are little beads. You take a big gulp of water, put it in like a pill, you swallow it in one gulp. And what you do is you let this gently reach your small intestine. And once it hits your small intestine, what this is actually going to do is it's going to turn into this really soft, gooey substance like it's going to stick to the lining of your walls. It's going to push everything out, making the way for a nice detox and helping you pave the way to have clear skin. The next product I want to talk about is our Beauty Collagen EX line. So as you know, after age 30, you stop having that baby face, you stop creating collagen. So this is a great once a day top off. Makes your hair thick, makes your face look plumper, and makes your nails a lot stronger. So make sure you guys take advantage not only of the ICD, not only of the Bodolab or the K Beauty makeup, but also take advantage of the inside out factor with lightening. It will truly change your life and be beneficial. So without further ado, the next person I want to introduce, she's going to be doing an amazing testimonial. She is a dear friend of mine. I have actually pursued this this lady and her husband for about 8 months. Why? Because they are titans in our industry. They are minted millionaires. You know, from what I know, they own multiple apartment complexes across Southern California, and they were able to do that with network marketing income over the years. And I knew with where they are in their career, the professionalism they had, and really where we are at a crossroads with Remon in the industry of direct sales and K Beauty, I couldn't leave them alone. And after the eighth try, they finally said yes. And today they are top producing, one of the number one senior directors at the doorstep of national directors. So without further ado, please help me welcome Senior Director, Miss JoneN. Thank you so much for your time. Welcome to the call.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you everyone here. And do a little introduction about myself. My name is Joan. I'm from Taiwan, and I've been in US for about over 30 years now. So me and my husband Robert, the last platform we did very well. We have over 2 million of members, and when Chris approached us, we were thinking, well, what happened? There's no Asia market, so we would be not ready to take on Raymond yet. But when the eighth time when Chris came to talk to Robert and then tell Robert, okay, do you want Asia market? Do you want China market? Do you want Malaysia, Singapore market? That opens our eyes. So is it ready yet? Okay, then we are ready. So that's how we started. So in the beginning, because I love K Beauty, before that I start Raymond, I even went to Target to buy a Korean skincare, but it doesn't work, unfortunately, because we know that it's very difficult to buy a good Korean skincare in US. That's literally, you cannot find any. Even you go to Sephora, you would ask for the best Korean skincare. They're gonna show you the skincare that was unknown in Korea. So that's like a no question. When I tried the product, I see the result in 4 days. That was amazing. I thought that was only work for Asian, but I thought Asian love Korean skincare. But when I went to the event in Vegas, it blew my mind away. I saw 80% all Caucasian. I was thinking, wow, that is amazing. Because, people keep saying, oh, Asian skin, they don't age. Because, with the same age of Asian and Caucasian, we actually look younger. But if the Caucasian, if they're using the right skincare, their result is faster than Asian. That's why it was blew my mind away. Because when I see a lot of Caucasian testimony, I was like, wow, the wrinkles all go away, the skin tighten and lift. It was so fast within like a month, 2 month time. So this is an amazing product. The product is good. There is a market for it. There's a money for it. So we have to capture the market by being a pioneer. This is still new. We're still in the pioneer stage. So if you know the market, you catch the market. That's how we did it in last company. It's not because of how good we are or how good we know how to do the business. It's actually because we are there early. That's why we encourage everybody try the product and take it and then share with your friend. The product sell by itself. And right now we've been building the Malaysia, Singapore market. We've been go to Hong Kong. Robert was in Asia for almost like a half month, and we have a Philippines, we have a Japan starting. So this company is gonna be one of the best company in the future. That's what we think, because when the company capture the Caucasian market, that's how we will capture the global market. So we are very excited, and this is a very exciting product and the business opportunity. Hope you can see what we see and join us, and we can get the global market together. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you so much, Joan. Amazing. Joan and Robert, they're dear friends of mine, but they are truly able to live the American dream. As you saw little Robert Jr. Joan is a stay-at-home mom. She gets to really focus all her time on her children while running a multi-million-dollar business part-time. And really, as long as you stay focused and just put a little bit of effort and be consistent, you guys can achieve that too. So without further ado, Joan, I want to thank you so much for your time. And now I get to move on to the fun part. Tonight, we get to kind of talk about the money part, see what's in it for you, and really what the rewards program and plan really has in store for everybody. So I'm going to jump right back in to our presentation. But what I want to share with you is a unique way of doing business, because 18 years ago, when I heard this type of information for the first time, it blew my mind. It literally gave me a paradigm shift. When I went to school, nobody taught me, success 101, or nobody ever taught me how to do taxes or financial planning, or nobody taught me the B to business. But when I heard this, it was a brand new way of doing business that could revolutionize and change your life forever. So what Remon is really offering is they're offering to take out the middleman and have you be in a position where you can make money. Why? Because Remon understands in the 21st century, the strongest way of marketing is by word of mouth referral. Because usually what happens, right? In a traditional supply chain, there's a company supplier, distributor, wholesaler, retail shops, and then the consumer. But every time products change hands, guess what? The price is going up. And when the price goes up, who's footing the bill? Me and you as the customer. But what Remon is saying, hey, we're going to cut out the middleman. We want customers, and we understand that everybody has done word of mouth referral all their life, right? You eat a good food, you say, go to this restaurant. You watch a movie, go watch this movie. Well, every time you told somebody how great the Superman movie is, did Regal cut you a check? Did AMC send you a commission? No, they didn't. But we've been doing it all our lives, right? So Remon is saying we're going to cut the middleman out. The millions of dollars we're going to spend, we're just going to pay you to do it through word of mouth referral. And what does Remon offer? They're going to give you an opportunity to take it to customers, do a business to business, maybe channel it through e-commerce. But also, if that's not for you, if you want to stay a customer, also Remon customers can also take advantage of the 5% reward points. And if you become a VIP customer over time, a loyal customer, you can have up to 10% in savings. Now, without further ado, I'm going to kind of talk about the money, but this can look a little bit confusing. But remember, on Tuesdays, we have the orientation training, and that's where we kind of get into the nitty gritty ABCs and 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to fly through this, but I'll give you a basic overview just so you can kind of understand. So when you take a look at planner, manager, senior manager, and team leader, let's focus on these four ranks, right? So the basic way to make money is introduce a unique product with a compelling story, a compelling product, and you introduce it and you make a sale, right? It's very simple, right? So anywhere from planner all the way to team leader, you can make 10 to 20, 30, 40 to 50%. Once you hit the higher positions at director, senior director, national director, you're going to be able to take 40 to 43, up to 54% on the retail sale. It's very simple, right? Whatever position I'm at, once I introduce it, I make a sale, I make that percentage back in income. Very simple, right? Now, this business has two ways you can make money, right? Kind of like McDonald's, right? McDonald's, they sell hamburgers and French fries, but they also sell a business where you can expand, right? So what Riemann is saying is we want you to help expand the business. Why? Because it's all about achieving a lot of a little bit of customers, everybody doing their part. And when that accumulates to big volume, that's where the money can potentially be big and possibly change the quality of your life. So as you expand the business with team players, business partners, and as you expand, as you help your business partners expand, you can make an override anywhere from 5 to 10% at manager, up to 20% at senior manager. When you get to team leader, up to 30%, and so on. So as you build and expand the business, this is something called a differential payout. So for whatever packages that are sold in your organization, you get a small piece of the pie for the person making a sale. Why? The company's philosophy is we would have never met those customers and your business partner if it were not for you and through you. So this is called a differential payout. So whatever rank you hit, you can make on top of the retail sale anywhere from 5 to 30% in differential payout. Now, as we move along, there's something called a uni-level payout. Now, what a uni-level payout is over time as you build your distribution channel, right? You're going to have your front line of people that you've introduced, that's your level one, and then your level one people that introduce their people, and then their people that introduce their people up until your level one. To the sixth level, we have a uni-level payout, meaning as long as you build a strong business with the money-making activities of selling to customers, bringing in business partners, Riemann is promising you anywhere from level 1 to 6 up to a 5 to a 4% payout on all levels. Now, I know this could be a little bit confusing, but all you need to do is build a business with integrity. Make sure you sponsor people, make sure you're leading with the product, and you're going to be able to make a third type of income on top of your open group, your retail, and your uni level pay. Now, also, when you hit the position of director, we open up another slot of income called leadership override. So when you become a director, senior director, and national director, when you build a big organization, Riemann is going to pay you anywhere from 2 to 4% on the entire sales revenue of your entire organization. So there is a long-term play and a short-term play where you can make the now money, and you can also make long-term residual income. And another part of our income is also something called revenue share. Now, as you start to build your business here in the United States, as Riemann America starts to grow and become profitable, every single month they're going to allocate a small percentage of their profits into a bonus pool. And when you become a director, senior director, and national director, we're going to be doing a bonus pool giveaway based on how many ranks, how many directors, how many senior directors, how many national directors. It's going to be a pool dividend, and we're going to be giving money away every single month. So make sure you guys hit these top positions. As long as you are persistent, you're going to get it. And if you stay consistent, you're going to be able to keep it. And this is the promise to you for the long-term residual income. Now, the last part of the bonus I want to share with you is something called leadership match bonus. Pretty much the philosophy in this is I don't win until you win. I don't make money till you make money. So as you go through the ranks, what we want to teach and promote is build layers and layers of leaders, which are business owners that are all going to be running their own business successfully. And when you are able to create layers of team leaders, when you create your first team leader, you're going to get a matching bonus off of their sales and their commissions of 40%. When your first generation team leader creates their team leader, it'll be your second generation, and so forth. And all the way to the third generation, we're going to pay you 40, 20, 10% in leadership match bonuses. When you get to the director level, it's going to be 40, 20, 10, 5. At the senior director level, it's going to unlock 5 levels, 5 generations at 40, 20, 10, 5, 5. And at national director, it's going to unlock all 6 generations at the 40, 20, 10, 5, 5, 5. So this is actually the long-term residual income as you build layers and layers of leaders. So without further ado, what I really want to talk about as I end our business opportunity presentation, we have the Las Vegas convention coming up September 5th. Guys, this is where national directors are made. This is where the decision is made. This is where the new next chapter of your life starts. Why? Because when you come to these events, not only are you going to meet the owner, the chairman, Mr. Danny Bay, and all the top producing money earners, but you're going to be able to hear stories that you could relate to, people from all walks of life, but with one common denominator. We're all going to be headed to the same place. What's that? With a vision for our goals to make our lives better, right? But right here, at this event in particular, what happens is the transfer of belief happens. And when the transfer of belief happens, that's when the conviction starts and you're able to run through a brick wall, literally. But here's the key. It's not just you. You want to get there with your front top prospects, your frontline leaders. You want to be there with your team. Why? Because the biggest team in the room is going to be holding the biggest real estate at the event. And the biggest team with the most transfer of belief, with the highest belief, is the team that's going to win. That's the team that's going to create the most national directors, the top money earners, and really lead with conviction. So, guys, make sure you guys take advantage of this Las Vegas promotion. We're all going to be there. This is a life-changing event. For those of you that are brand new, this is what I would say. If you haven't been to a Remont convention just yet, I wouldn't consider you a Remont planner just officially yet. Get to this convention. You'll know why, and you'll understand why I say this. I'll see you guys there. So with that said, as we close off, I am going to be kind of going over our starter sets for the month of August. As you can see, everything is priced in SPBP and USD. As you can see, get in where you fit in, right? One thing I want to recommend is if you can go with the big starter kit, the premium kit. Why? Because as you start a business, you cannot really explain an experience. Like, think about it. When you go to the Mercedes dealership, can you imagine a salesperson explaining to you what a car is? How does a sale happen, right? You take him on a test drive, you give him an experience, right? So here, I really want to recommend you get in where you fit in, where you're most comfortable. But remember, I say this with love, okay? You're going to need a set of products to use for yourself. You have to be the walking billboard. You have to be the start of a catalyst conversation, right? So you need one set of products for yourself. The other set of products you need a set to sell and really learn how the transactions are done, what people like, what people in your circle are looking for. You need a set to sell. And the third set you need is a set to demo and build your business. So with that said, get in where you fit in. You get to decide. But this is why I recommend the premium starter kit. And here we have our Canadian starter kit. Everything is pretty much the same, but priced in CAD, and it'll be equivalent to multiplied 3x to the US dollar. So it's a fair deal, equivalent, and the same. This goes the same for our Canadian planners. Make sure you upgrade your brand new people. Make sure you start with the premium starter kit. If you can't, that's okay. Get involved where you feel most comfortable. But I am saying what I'm saying because you don't want to make the mistakes your uplines made. You want to learn from them and do better than your uplines. Okay. So with that said, I want to talk about our 3X in August. Oh my gosh, this is an amazing promotion. So let me kind of go over this with you. Our tier one $300 bonus is enroll 3 new planners in the month of August and help all of them, including yourself, for a total of 4 people. Make sure all of them have 1,000 SP in personal volume within that month. Okay. Also, if you want to run for tier 2, which is going to pay you $1,000, make sure you enroll 3 planners in the month of August, and make sure they become managers by August 31st. And all 4 of you, your 3 new planners, and including yourself, make sure you guys all have 1,000 SP personal points as well. And also, make sure you guys have those 10 lifetime customer accounts available as well. Now, tier 3 is a $2,500 bonus. Enroll 3 brand new planners in the month of August and make sure every single one of you, including you, all 4 of you, have 1,000 SP personal points and 10 customer lifetime accounts, and make sure they hit senior manager by August 31st. And this is going to kick out to you an additional bonus of $2,500. So the participating countries is going to be US, Canada, Mexico, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, and Singapore. Philippines and South Korea volume is excluded. So if you're generating sales out of South Korea or Philippines, that will not count towards this promotion due to Korea and the Philippines running their own local domestic promotions. So those are going to be excluded. Make sure you guys understand that. These are the terms of the promotions. If you go to exploreremont.com, at the drive, you're going to be able to find all the literature for this. So make sure you guys understand this. This is going to be running on Pacific Standard Time. So the deadline is August 31st, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, which is Los Angeles time. All right. So with that said, we are excited. We are opening all these markets. We started in South Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, United States, Canada, Malaysia, Singapore, Mexico, and now we are at the Philippines. And at the end of the year, we are extremely excited to be opening Japan. But here's what I want to tell you guys in closing, okay? Guys, we live in the greatest country in the world. America is literally the land of opportunity. Think about it. There is no country like America. Everybody wants to be here, right? And here's how you know this. People from all walks of life, from every country, you could find here in America. So what I mean is, Mr. Danny Bay talks about this all the time. Think global, but build local. Make sure you conquer your backyard before you go conquer the world. But remember, without even having to leave your backyard, you have a unique opportunity to build globally here in the United States. So with that said, make sure you guys stay focused. I'll see you guys on the next orientation call. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you guys at the top. God bless. Have a great night. See you guys soon. Love you guys, Riemann. I'm out.
40 minutes.
Record.